Hey everyone, welcome back to Crypto Cash. Thank you so much again for joining me here. Hope you're having a phenomenal day. Quick look again at SUI this weekend, seeing what's going on. Bitcoin 95,000, kind of maintaining its range. Just like to kind of preface here, let you know that we are printing somewhat of a bear flag or a bearish type of rectangle. You could say it's trying to break out, but we're also rejecting off that 95 to 96K range, has a lot of resistance. So Bitcoin still hasn't broken bullish yet. Keep that in mind. Although, contrary to that, we can see Bitcoin dominance pulling back and effectively most altcoins doing well today. This is that natural bottoming out period. I'm speculating we're going to see some altcoins continue to run for this weekend, just based on the simple fact that, Bitcoin is going sideways. It finally is maintaining a range for more than 24 hours. And altcoins are, a lot of stronger coins are bottoming out. Is SUI one of those? In short, no, but it's also strong in any circumstance or every other stretch of the imagination. So the whole point of me talking about this is kind of just letting you know that the overall market today, I think we're going to see some green from altcoins. And at this point, we want to presume that SUI will continue to reject off this descending trend line until it stops, right? We're still below the cloud. We're still below the point of control here locally at 425. These are all things I identified yesterday, just kind of giving you a heads up. The fact of the matter is the price could continue to pull back, and it did, right? We actually closed our SUI long early. So glad we did, because that would have been a very treacherous little drop there to that 398 range. So again, sometimes cutting your losses, folks, can be very, very beneficial. Taking a quick look here, we can see that SUI, Solana, Bitcoin, XRP, ICP, Chainlink as well. These are all plus trades that my trading bot was able to take, buying that dip effectively and essentially confirming that short-term reversal. Okay, so again, keep in mind this is short-term for the moment. SUI is not out of the doghouse yet, but again, there's still some positivity here, depending on where you're at and where you're looking. But, hypothetically, you bought the dip at $4. Congrats to you on that. I do recommend, setting limit orders at, every possible area on the way down, just to be on the safe side. Like I got filled, luckily, at 350 when the price went down a week or so ago, right? So it's kind of nice. Anyways, just kind of giving you some food for thought there. Don't set limit orders on leverage trades, though, folks. It's a very irresponsible thing to do. It's like lighting a firework in your hand and just waiting till the last second to watch it go off and then throwing it. It's probably not a very good call. You may be better off setting it on the ground, lighting the thing, and walking away. All right. Don't think that analogy really works too well, but you get the idea. It's just more dangerous and not really recommended. Unless, again, you like losing fingers, or in this case, flushing money down the toilet. So let's take a look here. 350 is that heavy concentration of liquidation for the last week's worth of trading. A lot of folks are not hedged there, but simple way to understand it is they have a lot of stop losses or liquidation events that would occur if the price hits that level. I'm happy to see that, because that implies those are lower leverage trades and they're probably not too, there's a lot less risk in that sense, having a trade that gets stopped out there than it does at $4, which just happened literally, by the way. Last night it wicked all the way down to 398. Having said that, though, late longs are kind of getting destroyed, at least high leverage longs are. At this point, we look at the macro, we're stuck in between two really massive liquidation ranges, $5 and 350. So we're pretty much right smack dab in the middle there. Doesn't tell us too much. Liquidation delta does indicate that we have more people shorting than taking longs in this coin, which is reasonable. I don't necessarily love the idea of shorting this coin. I'll probably never do it again, but I can tell you that it makes sense that people are shorting it, because it hasn't proven to break its descending trend line yet. And that's just a really easy thing to identify. Market makers know that, and you should too. So take a look here at the daily time frame. Let's quickly identify moving averages and kind of go from there. And just recognize that, hey, we're not truly bearish on this coin yet. Until we get under 50 on the RSI, I'm not super convinced that we're going to keep going too much lower. The tentative bottom's at $4. We got to give that a chance to hold and see where it goes. We've tried this bottom of $4, or roughly $4.05 to $4, 1, 2, 3, 4 times. So just know the more we continue to try that, and the longer we spend in this range, the more likely it is to go down. Okay, just kind of the consensus there, a general thought process. 425 to 435. Once again, that's that resistance range above us based on local areas of control, which is volume. We take a look here, we can see open interest. There's a lot of folks heavy at 435 and 445. Most people are underwater on their long positions with this coin, because again, they bought the breakout, what do you know, and it's unsuccessful. So folks, if I can say one thing, is to never aspire to be a breakout trader. If you're following anybody that does that, you can get lucky in some bull markets with some breakout trades, but folks, the market the way it is right now, it is absolutely crazy. So again, if you're going to do that, don't get me wrong, breakout trading can be successful if you have good risk tolerance. It just takes a specific niche. In other words, the amount of leverage you use and the amount of position size you use has to be low enough to be able to sustain the flexibility or to have flexibility in that position. Anyways, it's not it's a conversation for a very distant future. I don't plan to ever teach you how to be a breakout trader. It's not very successful. Having said that, we're tentatively under 50 on the RSI on the daily. That's generally bearish. MACD's diverging, stochastic swinging down. It's a lot of reasons why we can't just take a long position with confidence. Okay, that's all there is to it. And again, if you're like offended by me saying don't take a long yet, you're probably watching the wrong guy. I'm not going to be your yes man. I'm just going to tell you how it is and just the way things are based on what I see. Okay, that's simply how it works. And again, you should too. Good traders are going to remove emotion and not get offended by, somebody saying their favorite coin is going to go in the wrong direction. Okay, I'm not saying it's going to go down. I'm just saying at this point to take a long, it's very irresponsible because we haven't broken any trend lines. We're still under the 20-day SMA, 50-day SMA. Local point of control is at 440. We're seeing a lot of confluence between 425 and 440. So I'm going to go ahead and post a new playout chart on our Twitter, Telegram, and Discord. If you're not familiar, it looks a little something like this. Again, Bitcoin is printing a tentative bear flag pattern, which is not ideal for SUI considering how poorly it's aligned with it. But what I'm getting at is that this range of 425 to 440, until we close soundly above that, i.e. the 50-day SMA on the 4-hour, I'm not going to be convinced to want to take a long with this coin again. Okay. And between now and then, I don't recommend a short because this coin is super risky to take a short with. So again, just depends on where you're at. Stochastic and MACD are both swinging up, so this is positive from a momentum standpoint. You can only hold something down for so long before it recovers, right? Having said that, though, we're still under 50 in the RSI, so once more, we don't have any confirming factors. We take a look at the Ichimoku cloud, we can confirm here that there is no confirming factors, which sounds redundant, but we're still below the cloud. Lagging span is almost free and clear of the price action, and the conversion line and baseline are intersecting. So this does tell us we are seeing a shift in momentum. So if we can effectively get the price action to close above 420, hypothetically it comes over here and does one of these, that may be a consideration for a long. But I don't really like taking that kind of consideration when Bitcoin is printing a lot of very bearish signs right now on the smaller time frames. Even though altcoins are responding well, it doesn't guarantee that SUI is going to do well. Okay? Now, truth is, in its past, it's done very good about responding quickly to Bitcoin stabilizing. But lately, it hasn't really done so all that much in this local pullback. So again, why risk your money on taking a trade that is high risk? It makes very little sense. So why not wait a little bit longer for confirmation? To me, confirming factors 425 to 440 closing above or in that range seems more practical. Okay, we just got too many things holding the price action down, and to take a long into that just makes very little sense. Okay, again, nothing's perfect. No one is. I only probably trade about 75 to 80% average success rate per month with our trade signals for my community. And I'll be honest, we haven't seen a lot of signals this month. I think we're only at like 20, 21 trades this month. So me personally, I have no problem with that. Some people might though. And if you are trading, you got 50, 100, maybe 200 trades in a month, you may want to reconsider seeking counseling if that is such a thing. Because again, too many trades, it's usually the pathway to being an unsuccessful trader. Okay. Again, day traders, a little bit different story, but if you're trying to swing trade like 15 different things at once, it can lead to bad news quickly. Okay, that's all the insight I have so far. I appreciate you watching. Once more, I'll get a new playout chart to our Twitter, Telegram, and Discord. Check out Bitunix too, folks, before the month's over. They got a $12,000 deposit bonus. I think that pays out at the beginning of the month or the new year. And obviously, we'll have new deposit bonuses and rewards moving forward. So all you got to do is use my link to register. They're awesome. No KYC or VPN required. Lastly, too, if you're part of our community, you're taking my day trades, please read through our signals guide first. Never auto-trade my signals. You got to be able to learn how to do this yourself before you just blindly follow them, okay? Again, there's a lot of reasons why that's relevant. And also check out our trade alerts, too. I kind of explain a lot about coins I'm planning to take trades with and, why I take the trades, too. I explain that to you. Okay, I hope you all have a great rest of the day. Thanks so much for your time. We'll see you again soon. Take care. Bye-bye.